Coming up on the 18th edition of Lubbock ISD Today, Hutch Middle School had their community service night where students showcased their inspiring community projects.
They all thought it was a great idea and that it was really good we were doing something like this, and I think they were in full support of it and kind of really just asked what they could do to help.
And did you hear? Bayless had a science fair. We get into that coming up.
See the difference as each year they're progressing. To see them go, oh, okay, I've not seen that before. So it's really grown every year. So I get excited every year because they're all different.
Plus, 5th grade students get the chance to see our brand new AgriSTEM complex.
I just hope that they know how important they are in agriculture and the economy and how they can make a difference in even now, like when they're in 5th grade, and how them knowing that can help them in the future in high school.
And we continue to showcase some videos that brings the spotlight on some of our CTE classes.
Find your interest in CTE classes today.
In sports, Chavez does it again, and the Monterey football boys have their banquet. All this and so much more coming up on this edition of Lubbock ISD Today.
Welcome to Lubbock ISD Today.
Today. Today.
Today. Today.
Hello and welcome to the 18th edition of Lubbock ISD Today. I'm Hannah Gilchrist and this is Rainan Ford, and we're so glad to have you here.
Yes, we are. So let's go straight into the news of our district. At Hutchins Middle School, their 8th grade IB students held a community service night. This night was all about their students showcasing their inspiring community projects. One of the projects was titled Connect, as they created a hospital MC server. But from the students' point of view, how does this kind of project help them?
Well, at first I thought it was going to be a really easy project, but it was actually a lot more difficult than I thought, and that kind of taught me life is always going to be kind of difficult no matter what you do, and you just gotta push through it and go through the obstacles. And it's also helped me improve my communication skills because one of our team members didn't have a phone, and so we had to meet up a lot more and actually talk in person, which helped us develop our communication skills. And we had to set up meetings with hospital employees and go there and find out what was going on, so it helped us improve our social skills as well.
Great work by all of our students that participated in that fun night.
Absolutely, and keeping it in the world of science, Bayless Elementary held their annual science fair, and it looked so fun. As 4th graders presented their studies for the 3rd straight year at the Bayless Science Fair, a lot of work goes into these science projects, and so this was a day that a lot of the young plainsmen from Bayless were looking forward to.
What were the stipulations? Could they do an experiment about anything?
They could pick whatever was interesting to them. That way they could own it. They go out on a whim, because I've had some that wanted to do DNA. That's something that I don't think they're familiar with. They have done germs. One of them built a volcano and how it affects the environment, not about the eruption. So they go out on their own.
When students have a say in what they are learning, you always see the best come out of them, and that's what we just saw at Bayless.
Absolutely. And happening right now across our district, 5th graders are getting tours of our facility here at the ATC and at the new AgriSTEM complex. These tours are so important to our younger students, not just to get them out of class, but to inspire them about their future. They get to see everything our district offers them and gets their minds thinking about their futures in Lubbock ISD.
So we have 5th grade groups coming out to tour the facilities. Last semester we did it for 8th grade, just to show them their options. I think they went to the ATC as well, and just to get them more informed about what opportunities they have available to them and the importance of putting in effort and time now in high school to reap those benefits later once you graduate.
So cool. And keeping it at the new AgriSTEM complex, did you know that Miss Cassie Sanders hosts an adult floral design class once a month? It's a great hands-on learning opportunity for sure. Here's the footage for this month's class. People around Lubbock in all walks of life come to take this amazing class. It costs $50 and creates unforgettable memories.
My favorite part about being in floral design is just the atmosphere and just like how you get to be yourself and just be really creative and just find out what things you like, what things are challenging, and just like being able to overcome those challenges and just really being happy with the product that you made.
And if you watched last week's show, we debuted some awesome stories about our career and technical education programs.
And today, we showcase 2 more of those awesome videos that we did at our local Skills USA competition.
Up first, we take a look at Carson and Nevaeh's story.
Welcome to the Byron Martin Advanced Technology Center. Here, there are many CTE courses available to enroll in. Let's take a look. Now, if you're wondering why CTE courses are so important, here are a couple of stats for you. 54% of jobs in Texas require skills training, and 45% of Texas workers are trained at the CTE level. As it pertains to students, during the 2020-21 school year, Texas had roughly 1.7 million secondary CTE participants and 133,000 post-secondary participants. These 3 courses are the most enrolled in at the ATC, but there's so many more courses that this school provides. So if you're even considering about joining a CTE course, I promise you, you won't be disappointed.
Great work by Carson and Nevaeh. We will have one last CTE video very soon.
But before we see that, let's debut our newest segment with Diego Molinar.
Thanks so much, and welcome to the newest segment on our show called Social Media Today, where we spotlight some of the great things our campuses posted on social media. And so, let's get into it. January is School Board Appreciation Month, and so if you see one of our board members, thank them, because for what they do for Lubbock ISD is greatly appreciated. The 2024-25 transfer window is officially closed. For more information, go to our website, lubbockisd.org. More than 100 Tarkenton Lady Warriors celebrated their academic, athletic, and musical achievements with new Letterman jackets. Congrats to them. And finally, Honey Elementary loves Monterey. The Plainsmen had their Future Plainsman Night, with the Little Palm Squad dancing the night away. So cool for our younger students to learn from the older students. And that's your first look at social media today. What do you think about this new segment?
Absolutely. It gives us a chance to cover a lot more from around our district, and so I think it's a great segment.
I agree, and we'll come your way after this commercial break. We have sports with Jaden Eden. The Plainsman football team had a lot to celebrate. He will get into that coming up. But first, did we skip February? We have spring-like weather on the way. Dilly has forecast.
So stick with us. We will be right back after this. Every week here at this station we have special days, like Friday is show day. But Tuesdays have taken on its own special meaning.
All right, everyone, get a tie. It's Tie Tuesday.
Mr. Ward is all about teaching life skills, but for some students it gets them all tied up in knots. While for others, it's gotten a little excessive.
I started a tie collection, but things got a little excessive.
Hey, that is tie-rific.
These puns are terrible, but at least we're ready for our future interviews.
With Lubbock ISD TV, our fans can always check out the highlights of all of our shows and sports broadcasts by following our social media. Superfans can even get more access by watching live streams, video on demand, and more on our website and the Lubbock ISD YouTube channel. And for the fanatics who still can't get enough of Lubbock ISD TV, we have uncut footage of Rainin punching buttons on the director's board just for you. Keep up to date with all the things Lubbock ISD TV on all of our platforms.
Wait, how long have you been here?
In the 5th and 6th period second year class, we all have nicknames. Except Sierra. And believe me, we've really tried.
How about Cece's?
Nope.
Or just Sleepy.
How about Siesta?
That's rude. What? Sometimes it makes things a little bit awkward.
Boys and Angels?
Captain.
Abraham?
Captain.
LeBron?
Captain.
Flash?
Captain.
Trina?
Captain.
J-Dub?
Captain.
2 words?
Captain.
Sierra?
You know, hopefully someday we'll find the right nickname.
Daydreamer.
No.
Welcome back. At the desk, Rainin Ford and Hannah Gilchrist. Weather with Dilly Trevino. Sports with Jaden Eaton. And Tuned In with Jaden Gonzalez. Now, back to the show as we resume the 18th episode of Lubbock ISD Today.
Welcome back. Glad to see you're still here.
And just in time for us to show you more of what we have in store today.
We pick up right where we left off with one more Skills USA video.
Hattie and Oni have more on career and technical education.
Here at the Byron Martin Advanced Technology Center, Career Technology and Education, or CTE classes, let students gain a hands-on experience.
Any intern that I've talked to ever has always said that they can only be a teacher junior, senior year of college, so being able to do it junior, senior year of high school is a really great opportunity. So,
many students have difficulty finding jobs out of high school. CTE courses provide scholarships and certifications to provide you for college and future work. With a broad spectrum of career opportunities, you can find a path that fits you. Over 97% of high school students in CTE courses graduate with a plan for life.
Don't put too much pressure on yourself because it does take a lot, but just keep it slow and steady.
From Ready, Set, Teach to graphic design or building computers, CTE courses offer unique opportunities and competitions to better your skills.
find your interest in CTA classes today.
Well, I hope that everyone has enjoyed the local contest here at the ATC. That was our last video that was made for the Skills USA competition.
Absolutely. Now let's toss it back to Diego as he takes a look at our district's social media post.
Welcome back into round 2 of Social Media Today as we continue to go around the district showcasing awesome things posted on social media. Mock trial teams from around our district met at the Lubbock County Courthouse to compete in mock trial. Outstanding job by our teams that competed in the competition. Such a cool experience. And shadows are coming to life in Miss Barkowski's 5th grade science class at Smith Elementary. Students looked at different shadows at different times of the day while using a little help from prehistoric friends. Way to shine, 5th grade. Over at Stewart Elementary, Miss Robertson's pre-K littles read the dot. This fun activity had students make a color chart and paint ice to mix their colors. And finally, at Miller Elementary, the Owls Chess Club invited their siblings to join them for some healthy sibling rivalry and competition. It's a 1v1 chess battle, bringing out the best in the students and their siblings. And so my question is, who would win between you and your siblings in a game of chess?
I absolutely can. Not even a question.
Now let's keep this show moving. We got more great content in store as we toss it over to Jaden Gonzalez to share some info from his part at the Tuned In desk.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in today. Man, do I have some interesting news for you. So let's not waste any time and get straight into it. In what may be the most beautifully shot roadside maintenance video ever, road crews in Northern California were tasked with cleaning up a large rock slide blocking a rural roadway. But this here's America, Jack. Why just clean it up when we can blow it up first? Dynamite. Now that's what they used to turn the big rubble into marginally smaller rubble, which allowed crews to move on in and move that mess on out. Experts in Scotland spent weeks working with scattered pieces of what's been dubbed a 2,000-year-old jigsaw puzzle, found in 1906. In more than 100 broken brass fragments, this ancient Roman soldier arm guard has been painstakingly reconstructed and will soon headline a British Museum exhibition on Roman military life. And even our best and brightest run into sticky situations in September of last year, the Osiris Rex capsule landed safely, but what was in the space capsule samples collected in 2020 from a 4.6 billion-year-old asteroid. Incredibly impressive, right? But there's always a but. There was a tiny problem. NASA couldn't crack that capsule open after fidgeting with the contraption for months. NASA scientists finally figured it out after successfully removing 2 final fasteners. They were able to reveal the treasure inside rock pieces from the asteroid. It did travel 1.2 billion miles after all, so thank goodness for the perseverance. Even NASA scientists need a limit time. And finally, a diamond found in the rough Julian Navis from France was taking a trip to Arkansas crater of Diamond State Park for the very first time. While he started to dig around, he found a fortune of a lifetime, a 7.46 carat diamond. His own words, dreams do come true. What a lucky man to find a 7.46 carat diamond. Just like that, I don't think I could ever have that kind of luck to find something like that.
Me either. Hannah, what about you?
No, because I would have a shovel in my hand right now looking if I did.
That's awesome. Now, we did have some rain this morning and today, but from what I understand, that won't stick around.
Let's send it on over to Dilly Trevino because he has all the answers. Dilly?
Yeah, it won't stick around, but it could make a return this time next week. But for today, it looks like it'll be a cool day with rain changes coming in and out of the forecast all day. But according to the either channel, rain changes should evaporate away by 6 o'clock tonight, leading to a mostly cloudy night tonight. And our weekend forecast for Saturday, some sunshine should be pouring in through the morning clouds and as the day progresses. But when it hits nighttime, you definitely want to cozy up in your bed because it's going to be cold, dark slumber. Sunday, as you can see, is going to be pretty rather sunny day with clear skies with a low chance of rain. And approaching the next week, we're going to face with very sunny Monday following a partly cloudy Tuesday. Nights are starting to warm up a bit, as you can see. On Wednesday, we're going to see some intervals of gray skies and blue skies and some sort of mixture of some clouds and sunshine. Thursday is going to be partly cloudy, and we're going to see even more clouds as we make it to Friday, along with a pretty decent chance of rain. I'd say pretty promising week with decent weather. May not be the sunniest week of the month, but at least we won't be going into hypothermic shock. Definitely doesn't feel like January. It feels more like March. What do you guys think?
Wow, we did skip February's cold temps and go straight to spring?
Don't get too excited. We still live in Lubbock. Something tells me that'll change.
I know that's right. And still to come on this edition of Lubbock ISD Today, we time out with Mr. Ward. What does he have for us this week? We will just have to wait and see.
But first, we head on over to gameplay. We have some basketball players doing some big things.
That's right. So stay locked as we will be back with the 18th episode of Lubbock ISD Today, right after this.
When it comes to voice acting, it's pretty clear that Aubrey's dedicated. I mean, he has his own warm-up routine.
Me me mame moo, me me mame moo. Me me mame moo.
Keeps practicing, like a lot.
If you froze your Thanksgiving leftovers, then you're probably good. Welcome to the next episode of this show. The USDA says frozen food stays safe indefinitely.
We get it, Aubrey.
Sorry.
Do you think it's gonna rain tomorrow?
Today at the desk, Sierra Davila. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. Well, at Lubbock ISD TV, I guess it's all for the cause.
This year we challenged our audio engineers to not be audio muters, but rather audio mixers. But we didn't know how much it was going to change the job.
12% in. Are we ready to go live?
Yeah.
Watch out, we might have the next generation of audio engineers.
Hello, welcome into Gameplay. I'm Jaden Eaton, a junior from Coronado High School. Steph Curry once said, "Be the best version of yourself in anything you do." And We're going to get straight into it, starting off with Leah Chavez having another great game, and another one for the record books. When they defeated Abilene High last Tuesday, she had an impressive triple-double with 42 points, 11 rebounds, and 12 steals, shooting 5 for 10 from deep. She is simply amazing. And so is her teammate, Ambrosia Cole. She hit a career milestone in that big victory too. She has officially hit 1,000 career points. With her only being a sophomore, we can't wait to see that number continue to climb. And diving on over to the pool, our Estacado Matador and Lady Matadors have had a great 4A district meet last week at the Pete Rugwitz Aquatic Center, and even set a program record during the meet, as they set a varsity school record in a 200 meet relay. Congrats to these awesome ladies. And this weekend there is another big swim meet at our amazing aquatic center. This week is a 5A varsity swim meet. Our own Sarah Rose will be competing, and she's been telling us how big of a meet this is. We wish everyone there the best of luck. Go Lubbock, go. And to the gridiron, we are in that time of the year where we celebrate all our football accomplishments from the last season. And Monterey had a fun-filled night, full of festivals. They had their football banquet at Texas Tech, and they had an event that was organized by the football booster parents. It was a packed house as they recognized their students, athletes, in an awesome way. What a special night for our Plainsmen. And over at Coronado, they held their letter jacket ceremony for their Special Olympic athletes. So awesome for these Coronado Mustangs to get recognized for their hard work in their respective sports. We apologize for missing the big event. We had a contest that day, but we are so happy someone was there to snap a picture and send it to us.
That's awesome. And looking at those jackets, a lot of those athletes have so many patches on them, so you can tell they're really involved.
That's right. And every one of them was so happy in their photo as well. And Mr. Ward would say, we love to see it.
Absolutely. Thanks, Jaden.
You got it.
Yes, and still to come on this edition of Lubbock ISD Today, we end the show with Mr. Ward as he calls a timeout.
For the first time in a while, I don't think he can predict what he's gonna talk about.
So stick with us. Well, we will find out right here on Lubbock ISD Today.
Every holiday break, Alana's always in Vegas, and every time she comes back, there's something a little different about her.
Okay, we got a doubleheader tonight, a basketball game. Who's coming?
Ooh, I can't. I'm going to Vegas. I got 50 on Lincoln. Lincoln, 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 Lincoln!
We don't know at what point we should be concerned about her.
I can't lose money. Come on. No. Come on. No! I lost everything.
Gambling issue? You can get help. Call today.
Today we were forcing our anchors to think on the spot. Being able to ad-lib is a vital key for our anchors in case anything goes wrong. Recently, we pushed this to the extreme.
All right, anchors, we are going live.
But there's nothing on the teleprompter.
What are we supposed to do? We can't debut a new show without scripts.
Going live in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to LISD Today.
Now let's toss it to the weather.
Nothing to report on weather.
Toss to sports?
Nothing on sports.
Well, that concludes our show.
Thanks for watching, I think.
They'll get better at it. Sorry, usually I'd have something clever to say, but there's nothing on the script.
Welcome back to Lubbock ISD Today. This week on Time Out with Mr. Ward, we time out to say, wow, you blink and time flies. This time next week, before we film episode 19 of Lubbock ISD Today, we'll have celebrated the 100th day of school. For me, that's a big deal. For high schoolers, I don't think it is. But during this first 100 days of school, we've done so much. We've launched this new show. We've now done 540 minutes of content for Lubbock ISD Today. And including our podcast show, we've done over 600 minutes of content. We also have done a fall trip, many sports games, a local competition, and very soon our district competition. So the question is, what's next? Crazy to think, as we head down this final stretch, we have even more to do. Certifications, so many things. And I'm so excited for that, because every chance and every opportunity we get to get better, we do. You've seen it on the show, and as always, is that you love to see it, and that's me, Mr. Ward, timing out on the 19th episode on day 97 of school. I'll send it back to our team of 4 at the desk.
Thanks so much, Mr. Ward. I look forward to seeing what the rest of this year holds. And before we wrap up the show, Dilly Trevino joins us now with our final check of the weather. Dilly, we've had some rain this morning. What's on the way?
So let's take a look at our forecast one last time. Temperatures tread into the lower 60s with cold nights slowly warming up throughout the week from the lower 30s up into the lower 40s, with Sunday and Monday being our last days with perfect blue skies. The days that follow are looking to be quite grim and gray, but we'll be able to get through the week without having to bundle up too much.
Warm weather on the way.
You love to see it, but sadly, that is the show for today. But make sure to follow us on social media.
The afternoon class will be back next week to share more amazing things and opportunities only found on Lubbock ISD Today.
Pro Presenter Operator Daniel Ball. Aaron Gulick.
Audio Engineer Siriu Laura. At the desk, Rainin Ford and Hannah Gilchrist. Weather with Dilly Trevino. Sports with Jaden Eaton. And Tuned In with Jaden Gonzalez. And a special shout out to the first years for helping out with the show.
This has been a production of the students and staff at Lubbock ISD TV.
You know, it's no secret that we are extremely lucky to have everything we do here at the Lubbock ISD TV. But we wanted to take a moment and pause to say thank you for watching student-produced television right here at the Lubbock ISD TV.
Before the sun rises, the Lubbock ISD swim team is already practicing in the pool. Why they do it? It produces more than just good swimmers.
It helps with discipline a lot. Learning how to get a schedule and negotiate your time and be able to pass your classes and get enough sleep and get your homework done. I think it's huge for our varsity team.
Lifting more than expectations, swimmers practice calisthenics outside and work in the weight room beyond their regular swim practices.
You always can tell who's lifting weights and doing dry lands because of the way their physical endurance is, okay? I can watch the last quarter of every race and say that program's not doing weights, that program is doing weights.
Here at Pete Regis Aquatic Center, they've won more than their fair share of championships. But one important component of that is the diversity that composes the team.
It's a game changer. It's a game changer. I mean, when you're at practice and you're competing to be the regional champion or regionals in the 100 butterfly, and you look over and the state qualifier from last year is in the lane beside you and you're at a different school, how big an advantage does that give you? I mean, you just get to race them every day, but you also get to learn a little bit about them.
I go to Estacado.
I go to Talkington.
Every high school in the district has a swimmer in this pool, and the relationships between them can make the magic happen.
You get to meet everyone from the district, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, you get to learn a lot about other high schools, see what they're like, and just learn about other people's lives. Which, when you're on one high school, it's kind of hard to get all of that experience.
With 3 state championships behind him, Coach Hayes knows what it's like to win, but the grit behind the gold is essential.
It really comes down to how they compete, what their mentality's like, and just how they practice. I can tell a lot from those 2 things. Practices are my favorite. Everybody thinks it's meets. That's just the paycheck. The hard work comes in the practices. And, that's the great thing about our program. they get a lot of great practices in.
For Lubbock ISD TV, this is Sarah Rose reporting.